It's not mentioned in the Bible.
So,
I promise you. They never said what skin color he is. And I'm going to be real. If you following Jesus Christ, you shouldn't worry about what skin color he is. You should just be following him. You shouldn't at all.
So
it shouldn't matter what skin color you is when you following God.
But how you gonna know who you following if you don't know?
right.
Because faith. When you have faith, that's how you know you believe in Jesus Christ.
But you gotta
It's
know.
all about faith.
Yeah.
But you also
Okay.
gotta know who you're praying to. Think about this. I'm finna
Come
read
on,
something to you and I'm gonna ask you a question. Give me
Wake her
Revelation.
up.
You want this real quick? 1 John 5 and 10.
Yeah, bring it
Yeah.
This the book of 1 John 5 and 10.
Bring it out.
He that believeth on the Son of God hath the witness in himself. He that believeth not God hath made him a liar, because he believeth not the record that God gave of his Son.
So we have to believe in the work. We gotta believe in the record that they gave us of Christ. So in order for us to believe in the record, we gotta know how he looked, cause we can know all the miracles that he did.
They told us like wool hair and all this stuff. They mentioned what he had, but they never say his skin color.
Yes, it is.
But I'm just
We're gonna bring it-
real,
no,
like,
we're gonna bring it
because
up.
of how I grew up
Okay.
in the church and everything. They said not worry about his skin color.
See?
Just don't worry about it.
See, and they don't
But
want you to know about
It's
it.
based off faith.
No.
I feel like anybody who believes in Jesus Christ gonna follow him regardless of his skin
He's
color.
trying to go to this. Okay. Give me Revelation 1.
Yeah.
Go through that.
Bring it out.
Revelation.
It's how to live while you're on this earth.
Right.
And the reason why we got Christianity and all these branches that branch off Christianity is because the enemy had our book. And he was teaching it to us the wrong way.
That's right.
He was telling us stuff that wasn't in his Bible. Perfect example, Jesus or Christ was a white man. He wasn't white. But why is the image of white Jesus in every church?
Right.
In our grandma's house is white Jesus. The Bible don't say that. But keep going.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
So they describe his feet. Ain't y'all feet the same color y'all arms, y'all face? The Bible said his feet was like brass. Now what's brass? I'll show y'all an example on my bracelet. This like the color of brass. And it says as if it burnt in a furnace. So if I burn this, what color is it gonna turn?
Not white, right?
It ain't gonna be white.
Not white.
Exactly. It's not
Right.
gonna be white. It's
Right.
gonna get dark.
All right.
So Christ, Yahweh Shai, he was a black man.
That's right.
And it's very important for us to know this, because if he's a black man, what color is his people? His people will be what? If he black, what color is his uncles, his cousins, his nieces?
Every black.
And we were trying to
Right.
tell, we'll see, y'all understand, we was up here for the longest trying to tell a sister that she'll like color don't matter. It don't matter what color he is. It does matter, because why they change this, why he a whole white man now if color didn't matter? The enemy, the oppressor, know that color matter. But he want us to think color don't matter, so we can just accept white Jesus and pray to white Jesus.
So you believe that Christianity is the white man's religion?
Well, who taught it to us?
I'm sorry?
Who taught it to us?
Well, for me, my parents did.
And who taught it to them?
But Christianity is not about a color at all.
Jesse,
Real Christian is about the spirit.
I'm going to say this to you, and this is just my humble opinion. If it's not about a color, then make them the true color. See, I've been able to travel the world, and I've seen where that Jesus is black, baby. If it's not about a color, then make it the truth. But because we've been taught it's not about the color, don't get caught up in that. Well, when we know our history, when did they start teaching us Christianity? Take me back to where we come from and tell me about Christianity.
Well, Christianity is a result of Judaism, where
When did Jesus change his religion? If he's a Jew, when did he become
The
Christian?
land and the people and the cultures. So when I say that white culture is based in racism,
It is.
it's based in racism. Christianity was the Trojan horse of white supremacy and colonialism. And Western Christianity, as we know today, is still based within superiority.
Correct.
All Christians think that they're better than everybody else. I grew up in it. I'm very familiar with the culture.
Yes.
And it's part of the problem. There's a reason why most of Trump supporters are Christians.
Yep.
It's because they don't even realize that the conditioning of colonialism and Christianity and the patriarchy is so deeply embedded within them and their identity that they don't even see the truth. Christianity is based in superiority, in white superiority, in white culture, which is all based in racism. Patriarchy. And the patriarchy is white man in power. White supremacy is white man in power. Colonialism is white man in power. And Christianity, for the most part nowadays, is white man in power. There are historical references and proof where the Catholic Church actually said to enslave an African was to save their soul. The kidnapped and enslaved Africans that were here in North America were preached different scripture verses than were actually in the Bible. And that's why they weren't allowed to read. Because if they could read, then they could see that these scripture verses were incorrect and they couldn't be controlled anymore by this white God.
First one is religion. So can you talk specifically about what white persons have done to or taught non-white people in the area of religion in the context of racism?
You're wanting it to be to where I can't ever go home. That's it. Christianity has been misused for hundreds of years to keep your people in subjugation. And I'm speaking now a reality that the history books do not record, but history does. Christianity was used because if I said, okay, you don't believe the way I believe, and Christianity is the best way to believe, so I'm going to take you, and it's going to be for your own good, honey. It's going to be for your own good. I'm going to take you, and I'm going to tear away everything about you, and just keep your hands and your feet, because they can help me. I'm getting off. But I'm going to do this for your own good, because I'm going to give you a God. Now, what does that God look like? You know the truth. I said, in your mind, in your heart, know. Do you remember when Jesus went to Egypt? He hid in Egypt. The people in Egypt, honey, they're not white people. How could he hide there? See, so that we've done that. We've given your people a God that looks like me so that you don't have any qualm about bowing down to me. See, because this is the image of God. I don't know of any sin that we've committed that's greater than that one. And we did it with the Bible in our hands when we were beating your ancestors for looking at us eye to eye. And we're quoting to them from this scripture. Even if we allowed them to have their own ministers, which there wasn't many of because we didn't allow them to read. But if we said, okay, you can have your church. This is my plantation. I'm going to do what I want with it. You can have your church. But then spies were sent. And those spies would stand outside the church, and that man would be beaten, perhaps killed, if he preached anything other than 3 sermons. And those 3 sermons were turn the other cheek, obey your master, and it's going to get better one of these days. God's going to take care of all of it. You're going to be in a happy, happy land. So put up with what you're putting up with now. And we made your people preach that to your people. And it's still being done. It's still being done. Those are the sermons that your people hear. Those sermons are what causes your people to comfort me when I do something that's wrong.